Zerve is quality.
Everything's taken care of.
The perfect management tool.
Creates kind of a fun camaraderie amongst the tour guides.
It helped really define who we are.
It gives us peace of mind.
Zerve revolutionized the way that we operate.
Everybody in our office uses Zerve all day long. Our boats use the system, our captains use the system to see how many people are on their boats. That's very important. We use it after hours to manage trips.
When a customer calls in saying, hey, I called in yesterday, I want to reschedule, we can see, yeah, there was a note, we were waiting to hear back from you that you wanted to do this. It makes us sound like and look like we know what we're doing and that we're following through. It's really great. There's no Post-its.
And it simplifies so many things to only have one system.
There's now no comprehensive system like Zerve. I've seen shopping carts, so I've seen online bookings, I have seen call centers out there, calendars that can be built. I've never seen a note-taking system, but all of these pieces are out there, but there's really nothing like Zerve.
I don't think there's any question that Zerve has made me look good.
You're answering the phone 8 hours a day and trying to do everything else with the rest of your time, which doesn't really exist. You tend to start to abbreviate things and cut people short because you've got 3 other people on the line. We don't have that problem anymore.
Customers are surprised that they get as much information and much personality out of a call center as they do.
You don't want to think of anyone picking up the phone like a used car salesman. Complete opposite. The people at Zerve, they're educated, they have personalities, and they're intelligent.
They don't just, sit them in a chair and give them a headset and have them start answering questions. The consumer is getting treated the way I want the consumer to be treated.
If somebody called in and they said, I'm coming in with my son. My son's like 8, and he's so okay on the bike, but I think we're going to book him. They book through Zerve. They'll send me an email being like, we just talked to Mrs. Smith, and they're a little nervous about Joey, who's 8. Just keep an eye on it. That's the attention to detail that we need with our customers, because you got an 8-year-old out there on a bike in the city of Boston. You need to be prepared for that.
My customers were not only happy, they're raving about the customer service.
I kind of look at Zerve and their customer service as an extension of us. There are like 800 number that people can call, and they know that they'll get a live person and they'll get the answers. I'm pretty sure that our customers think they're talking to one of the O'Neill Yacht Charter people.
My customers on board love operating and purchasing their tickets through Zerve. It's just something that's worked out unbelievably.
I couldn't hire and staff and afford the space for 1/10 of the people that we would need to do the work they do. You don't need to hire them or find them or train them. They are already there and they are great.
I call them on a regular basis. I've never gone to voicemail.
A lot of my business is overseas, and it's just as seamless for someone to make a reservation whether they're sitting in Australia or whether they're sitting in Ohio. Zerve it gives the impression I'm bigger than I really am.
Zerve is also very flexible. People appreciate that.
Zerve to me is what I want people to see when I'm in operation. It's quality.
What's keeping us ahead of the pack is the quality of the tour. If we read something that another customer wrote, the tour guide was on their cell phone while on the tour. The tour guide walked 50 paces ahead of us. The tour guide rushed us. We don't know that unless a customer actually writes that. And once we read that, quickly we will approach the tour guide and ask them about this and take action and figure out what to do to solve this problem.
Our staff is so great because they know they have to be. And you can see this if you go to our Zerve page. The percentage, we're 98% positive or something like that. It's because we've had so much time to perfect our product because of the reviews.
People that work here, that stay here, are people that read the reviews and care about what's in them. It's a big part of our company, and it helped really define who we are and how we are. And everyone really likes them, actually.
Keeps people on their toes. These tour guides are out there not only to make their hourly wage and to make great tips, but to kind of one-up each other in some ways. They want to give a great product.
It's gotten to the point where we've put the reviews into our employee manuals, and people are required to have at least a 4.4 out of 5 points review rating in order to keep their job.
The reviews name names, they talk about the crew. When they're really calling out a trip or something really great that happened, you know, we all are cheering for them. Sometimes there's a reward for it in some way.
The really funny thing that's come out of it is the competition between the tour guides. You know, they will look at each other's reviews, and it just forces them to get suggestions on their performance and work harder.
It's kind of a fun camaraderie amongst the tour guides, especially if somebody's getting their name mentioned in a review. You know, that people are definitely liking that.
We've definitely minimized our losses with ticket sales because of Zerve.
Before the Zerve system, I feel like we were losing out anywhere between 30 to 40% of our business because nothing was locked in.
One of the situations that I would frequently run into with my smaller boat, we were only able to take 21 passengers out. And I was the one driving the boat, I was the one maintaining the boat, I was the one on the phone, and it became a very daunting experience to do everything, and always wondering if the people that called me were going to also show up that day. For example, Chris, could you hold me 5 spots? I'll be down at 6 o'clock. After I'm telling everyone that the trip was sold out, those 5 people would call and say, listen, we're stuck in traffic, we're not going to be able to make it. And Zerve did an unbelievable job in allowing me to know exactly who has paid in advance so that I wouldn't be turning people away when I didn't have to.
We were in a mindset back then that we would only take money from people when they showed up to buy their ticket. So even though they made a reservation and we took their credit card, you know, we didn't want to charge them in advance because, oh, it might rain, and then we have to deal with refunding the money, and that is just so, like, cumbersome.
For example, if they wake up in the morning and they see it's a cloudy day, if they don't book it, there's an opportunity for them to just say, you know what, let's not go. Besides the tickets that are lost, we lose money because we have to buy food on a per person basis, and if somebody doesn't show up, that money's gone. And the business would never work that way.
It's a lot nicer when people pre-book than trying to hustle tickets. People are a lot more committed too.
They understand that this is how it works. If you're going to go to a football game, if you're going to go to the movies, and you buy your ticket online, you have to go.
Every reservation that Zerve makes for you is 100% prepaid. It gives us peace of mind to have that money in the bank.
I have never felt so much calm, and that's the only part of my business that I feel calm about.
They do not screw up. They just don't.
Zerve means you have a team, a dream team.
They get it, they understand. I didn't think they could, but they understand our business very well.